Here we go. Welcome back together, everyone. Okay, let's try this legato D. I've got it here, but I can't remember if we've ever actually played it or not. Okay, so when we're looking at this legato D here, let's go ahead and look at these chords for a second. We've got our D minor chord, which we're very familiar with and we play pretty frequently, right? D minor. Okay, now we've got the G minor 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our first finger to play both of those notes. Both of those strings, the E and the A string. So go like this. So we're not going to use the tip of our finger. We're just going to push down so that we're covering those two strings. Then we're going to use our middle finger up here. Should sound like that. So that first finger is flat, right? Like that, just flat. And the next finger goes up here. It's really kind of the same as a B flat without that ring finger. Should be a lot easier to play than a B flat though. You definitely are going to want your thumb back behind the headstock to push against the neck though. You're not going to want it over the top. So let's go ahead and practice going from the G minor. Right, here's the G minor. And then notice what we're going to do to get to the D minor 7. Sorry, I'm saying these backwards because I'm saying the guitar chords. First we're on the D minor here. Here's our D minor. Now we're going to go to the G minor 7. Now what we're going to do, notice, is our first finger isn't going to have to move. It's just going to collapse down, so it's covering both of those. And that middle finger is just going to pop down one string. So practice that. D minor, G minor 7. D minor, G minor 7. Do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3 D minor, 4 D minor, last time 5 D minor. Okay, how'd that feel? Show of thumbs real quick. Able to get that ish? In the middle, Patty? Sort of, Mom, sort of, Larry. Great. Benjamin in the middle too. Yep. So keep working on that. Let's do 5 more of them. Right, really think about that index finger when you're going to it collapsing. It's just going to collapse down is what's happening. Hey Kathleen, welcome. You haven't missed anything other than last ukulele session for the summer, though Linda is going to send out some emails and have some gatherings online. And we're working on our G minor 7. So while everyone else is working on it, I'm going to go over it again because I think other folks could use that too. So we're starting with our D minor here. Our regular D minor. And then we're going to go to the G minor 7, which is down below. It's written here. By collapsing our index finger so it covers the first 2 strings. And then using our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the C string. Same chord as a B flat without that ring finger. It's actually a lot easier to play without that ring finger though.
The first chord, just make sure I'm hearing this right, is D as in dog minor?
Correct. We have dog minor and then gorilla minor 7. And that G minor 7, the minor 7th chord has a really distinct kind of sound to it, right? It's really got a jazzy kind of sounds like the Doobie Brothers or something. It's actually got a real 1970s sound. Those minor 7s were really popular in 1970s jazz and rock. Okay, so we've got our D minor, and then it collapses down into a G minor 7. D minor, G minor 7, D minor, G minor 7. Okay. And then our second line, we've got D minor, and then C, and then B flat. Just as a reminder with that B flat, it'll be a lot easier if you shift that headstock away from you. shift away, and it'll bring that wrist angle to the angle you want. And then we have our C, and then a B flat, and then a C, and then an F. Third line, we've got our D minor and our G minor 7, and then a C, and then an F, and then an A7. Now, to go from the F to the A7, look how easy it is. You're just going to move that index finger up a string and get rid of your middle finger. And then D minor, and C, and B flat, and then we have C, B flat, A7. Fourth line's the same as the third line, except we skip the D minor and we just go straight to the G minor 7. And then the C, and then the F, then the A7, and D minor, C, B flat. Just notice that that's a straight downward climb there. D to C to B, right? And then we're going to go back up to C to B to A. So we've got two descending movements there. D, C, B, and then C, B, A. And then back to the top. Okay, let's go ahead and play through this. We'll start with just single strums. This is in 3/4 time. So, ya la 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 lecha do di, ya da da G minor 7, ya la 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 likras kala. Second line D minor, ya la 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 pene C Shabbat, B flat to C. Panei Shabbat. Do that again. Nikab. Now F. La. Third line. D minor. Shamor vizacho. G minor 7. Ho. Now C. Bidibur F. Chad. A7. Hishmi D minor to C to B flat. Now go to C, B flat, in A7. Adonai Echad G minor 7. C. Ushmo Echad F. Now A7. Lishe multi D minor to C to B flat. Viliti C B flat A7. Okay, how'd that feel? Show of thumbs. Okay-ish? Ish? Great. Okay, now add in the strum if you'd like. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. From the top, here we go. Ya la 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 lecha do di. Ya da G minor 7. Ya la 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 likrakala. D minor. Ya la 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 pene C Shabbat. B flat to C. Pene Shabbat again. Nikab F la. D minor. Shamor viza G minor 7. C. Bidibur F Echad. Here comes A7. Ish D minor to C to B flat. Elham U C B flat. A7. Adonai G minor 7. Next to C. Ushmo F Echad. A7's next. L'shemol D minor to C to B flat. Now go C, B flat, A7. From the top. Ya la 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 lecha do di. Ya da G minor 7. Ya la 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 likras kala. Ha D minor. Ya la 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 pene C Shabbat. B flat to C. verse again, the third line, Shamor, D minor. Shamor, Visa, G minor 7. C next. Bidibur, F, Echad, A7. Hish, D minor, goes to C, to B flat. El, high, C, B flat, A7. Adonai, G minor 7. C next. Ushmo, F, A7. Lishemuti, D minor. C, B flat. Vilit, C, B flat. A7 from the top. Ya, ya, ya. Ya, la, 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 lecha, dodi. Ya, 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 G minor 7. Ya, la, 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 likaskala. Ya, 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 D minor. Ya, la, 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 pene, C. Shabbat, B flat to C, B flat to C, and end on F. Okay. Thoughts? How did that feel? What was hard? What was easy? What was...
I'm just slow switching from chord to chord, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
I was stuck a little trying to find the right kind of strum pattern to go with that.
Yeah, those 3/4 strum patterns are a little different. Let's talk about that for a moment. That's great, Benjamin. Okay. So, right, what we've normally done is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's that nice pattern where we're always getting it where the down is the note and the up is the in between, and right. So 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 down. My standard 3/4 strum is down up 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 down. So to be in that, you have to be going down up down up down up down up down up down up 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So do this with me where we're only going to strum the 1 for now. Okay? 1 2 3 1 2 3. Make sure that whenever you're strumming, it's a down up down up down up 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Say it with me. And because when you're saying it, you're saying the number when you're going down and you're saying and when you go up. So say it with me so it's going on in your head. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and down. Up, down, up 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1. So do that with me also, where you're saying it out loud and where you're getting quiet for the ones you're not strumming and you're saying loudly for the ones you are strumming. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 3 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and now do a D minor through 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and ya la 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 lecha dudi ya dai dai ya la 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 likras kala. So right, that's the strum. It's just faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 and 3. Ya la 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 lecha dudi ya dai dai ya la la. Right, so then we're just gonna keep getting faster. Down, up, down. So that's what you want to work on, is something like that, where you're slowly getting it faster, and you're really just sort of building up from the building blocks of a strum until it can be going on its own. And as always, your strum, your right hand, is the more important of your two hands. So keep your focus on that. And if what you're having trouble with is changing the chords over here, then sit and get your strum down till it's automatic in your right hand and you don't have to think about it, and then start working on changing the chords. But if you're still thinking about changing the chords, you're not going to be able to do both at the same time. So get that right hand down so that it moves entirely to muscle memory, where you're cha, 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 cha. It should be like playing a drum with your right hand, right? It's really just about the beat. Cha, 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 cha. And once you can do that, once your right hand is drumming, then you can start working on your left hand. Okay, thoughts, questions, anything around that? Okay, let's go. We've been working on finger picking, so let's go and work on our finger picking again for anyone who wants to concentrate on that over the summer. Okay, here we go. So, all right, we can look at the tablature, or we can just look at the chord markings, because it's the same exact strumming pattern, right? So we're going to go... So just get into that flow right there. Just stay on a C. I'm doing this with each of my fingers handling a string, but you could also do it just with your thumb if you wanted. I'm going thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index. But I'm just going up and down these strings. So go ahead and play your C chord like this. Now keep the pattern, go to A minor. Now back to C. Now go to A minor. Here we go, A minor. Okay, now we're going to do each one only once. Here, C. Now A minor. C. A minor. Again, C. Right now we're just doing the top line. A minor. Now C. Now A minor. Okay, good. Is everyone able to do that? Ish? Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move to the second line. So let's start just with that first line again, and then we'll add in the second line. Here we go now. C. A minor. C. A minor. Second line, here comes F. F. Now G. Now C. Back to G. First two lines. C. A minor. C. A minor. F. G. C. G. Now we'll do the third line. C. Now, notice this F, G, we're only going to do the first three strings and then going down, and then do them all over again. F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, and then A minor, back to our regular pattern, and F. Let's do that line again. C, F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, A minor, F. One more time, C. F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, A minor, 2, 3, F. Okay, let's do that again. C. F, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, A minor, F. Okay, I'm going to clear off myself here for a moment and go ahead and spend 2 minutes. Play through this on your own and see how it feels. Pay attention to that third line in particular as the pattern changes. Okay, how does that feel? How's it going? Okay, I'm going to flip the page, work on the next page then, and then we'll play through the whole thing. Okay, let's try playing these together, shall we? So I'm not going to make myself on the screen so that I don't block anything. But let's just start by getting into a groove of C's and A minors, and then we'll officially start. Here we go with the C. C. A minor. C. A minor. Okay, here we go. From the top. C was an A minor chord. That C the Lord, and at A minor the Lord, F. But you don't really G care for music. C, do ya? Back to G. C, third line. Goes like this, F, G. F, the G, the A minor fall, and the F lift. The G, E minor, Halle A minor, now strum it. Halle F, yeah. Halle A minor, yeah. Halle F, yeah. Hallelujah, C, and to G, back to C, A minor, C, A minor. Okay, from the top. Your faith was strong, but A minor proof. You see her bathing, A minor roof. F, beauty in the G light, oversee you. G, she see you too. In F, G, A minor, and she F, your hair. G, A minor, Halle A minor, in a strum. Halle F, yeah. Halle A minor, yeah. Halle F, yeah. Halle C and G. Now let's go to strum. We're gonna strum it now. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, A minor, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, C, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, A minor. Okay, here we go. I heard there was an A minor chord that C the Lord and in A minor the Lord, but F don't really G for music. C, U, G, C goes like this. The F, the G, the A minor fall, and the F lift. The G goes to E minor and A minor. Halle F, yeah. Halle minor, yeah. A F, yeah. Halle C and G and end on C. Okay. Thoughts, feedback, how did that feel? Is that getting easier? We've done it a few times again in a row, so hopefully some of those things are starting to build. How is it going back and forth between strumming and plucking and...
I find it helpful. I find it helpful to do the plucking and then go back to the strumming, and then the strumming goes more smoothly. So I think that it's a good way to practice.
Okay. Any other thoughts, any other feedback, any other comments on finger picking? Okay, then since we're focusing on really skills for you to bring with you, let's go over one more time how we find any song that we like, just to make sure that we all feel comfortable and confident doing that. Let me open up a browser window for you. Okay, where's the button? There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do anytime we're looking for a song is we're just going to type in the name of the song and then uke chords. So someone throw out a song that you might want to learn.
Hey There, Delilah. I actually don't remember who sang it.
Oop. And you do not
The
need
plain white
to...
tees.
You do not need to
That's it.
scream it with your caps lock on. I apologize for that. Hey There, Delilah, and we're just going to type that in, and then uke chords. And we're going to get a lot of options. If you don't like the first option, if you click on it and it's too many spam pop-ups, or you click on it and the chords seem too hard, or you can't get the transcriber to work, you have 75 other versions here as well. So I'm just gonna sort of pick one of these at random. Uke Buddy. You know, we like buddies, so why not? Okay. So immediately we look at this, and what do we see when we look at all these chords? I think we see a lot of chords that we don't typically play, right? So actually, none of these chords that we don't typically play look terribly hard. So one thing that we could do is we could decide to use this as an excuse to learn some new chords, which would be easy enough, right? We've got our D chord, which we have played a D chord. It's all those fingers on the 2nd fret. We've got an F sharp minor chord, which we haven't played, but if you look at it, it's the same fingering as a G7. It's just up a string, so that should be easy enough. Ooh, that's got a nice sound. It's kind of got that Burt Bacharach. It's not unusual, kind of, right? Okay, we've got our B minor chord. That looks more difficult. We're going to have to bar 3 of them and have that up there. By the way, that's just an A minor that we're sliding up 2 frets and using that finger to bar. We've got a G, and then we've got an A, which is another chord we don't play a lot, but is an easy R chord. However, those are not the chords we like. So, we generally like things in C. C is our easiest key to play in. Not that we should get stuck in C, and absolutely this summer challenge yourself to play in keys that are not C. However, the math is pretty easy. From C to D, we're going to go backwards 2 steps, right? So we're going to transpose 1. That'll get us to C sharp. Another one, it'll get us to C. And now all of a sudden our song has C, E minor, A minor, F, and G. That's a much easier set of chords for us there. So, now some of these tablatures, you notice how the tablature got grayed out? It's because the tablature isn't magically changing for us. Right? You see now it's black again to show you that it's correct, but when we're transcribing, the tablature is not changing. So you'll have to ignore those tabs and just play the chords. So we've got, I don't know the song well enough to start it, but right, so we've got our C, we've got our E minor, we've got our C, we've got our E minor, A minor, F, G, A. So really straightforward there of what we've got going on, and should be pretty easy for us to figure out. I like this Uke Buddy site, actually. This is a nice layout that they have here. Okay, does that feel like something that anyone could do? That you could figure out the song you wanted, type it in, find a key, and adjust the transcription so that it's, or transposing so that it's in a key you can play it in? Any confusion or anything you want to go over there? Okay.
Okay, that was Uke Buddy.
This one's ukebuddy.com is what we ended up on, but you can just, Google the name of the song is usually your easiest way to do it. Though this looks like a nice, right, ukulele tabs. Got a lot of pop songs. The Hanukkah song there. Ukulele. I know you've all been dying to play the Hanukkah song on ukulele.
I have this week, or the last day or so, been playing, and I didn't get it this way, but I'm going to check this out. But I've been playing The Marvelous Toy, Tom Paxson.
There you go, right? And almost anything you can imagine, there's chords out there. The other thing is,
yeah.
if you can't find uke chords, you almost certainly can find guitar chords, and then just put the guitar chords into the key you want and play those. Right? So put your guitar chords into the key of C, right? So we can do that same thing. Hey there, Delilah, guitar chords. And then we can go over here. We can see that it starts from D, so we're going to transpose it again. Where's our transposer? There we go. Oh, no, that was the size. There we go. Right, so it doesn't give us the chord shapes for a ukulele at the top, but it still gives us all the chords right here to play. And then if there's a chord that you don't know how to play, let's say you forget what the E minor is, all you need to do is Google E minor uke chord. And click on any of these. Or actually, I just like clicking on images and you'll get them all right there. Okay. Any other last thoughts for our year? Any other questions? Any other things we want to go over before? I feel like we should have made like certificates. You've graduated. Okay. So Linda will be in touch with times to play together. I missed that she dropped off at some point, unless she just turned off her. Nope, she dropped off. And otherwise, we'll be back together in September, and hopefully for a boot camp in August.
And if there is a set of